What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadski, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. So of course, we are here with the final day of Grand Party. So in my initial video on day 1, I showed you guys the Nushjuro team that I was using. However, I did feel that team was like a little squishy because aside from the 5 Elder team, the 2 other teams in that video were like super squishy, and I did actually lose a couple times. However, I did get retries luckily. So I have shifted over to Mars. Now, the reason why I've done that is because we can still go ahead and utilize the 5 Elder team, but Mars actually has a really interesting set of skills here. So he does give buffs to Strength, 5 Elders, Shooter Driven. I really wish I had like the optimal Shooter team, because that team is like really good offensively, very good defensively, good utility. It's just got everything going for it. So I really wish I was able to do that. But I'll talk about the teams in just a moment. But the burst skill is also very interesting. It's very easily activatable. You just have to do damage, which is fantastic. And it does some fixed damage. It does damage through defense to specifically only Striker and Powerhouse, which is a little bit of a downside. But 40% CT reduction for Shooter Driven and Strength, which is just phenomenal, because you can use this for the 5 Elders to get their specials ready, or of course for the Strength team. And when the Strength team gets their specials ready, it's just good night. Like, not really anything survives a full wave of Strength specials. So that's the plan here. In terms of the squad, I am going to be using the 5 Elder team, obviously. We have the Strength focused team. And for the final team, I feel like Int was a relatively good choice. So we have a pretty solid looking team here that just all round has like relatively good defense, has a little bit of utility, and offense is very, very good. In terms of characters that actually receive the cooldown from like the Mars special, we've only got like basically S-Hawk, which I suppose is probably the most important special on this team because it's the one that's going to output the most damage. We'll see how it goes. I do feel like the Strength in the 5L team is going to be like the ones that we are going to rely on the most. So let's go ahead and jump in for the final day. Hopefully we can get some good luck in terms of our matchups. Let's see what we find. There is a Kuzan here, which is tempting because obviously Kuzan doesn't have a GP leader skill. So that is definitely what I am probably leaning towards. That top team looks beatable. And then we have Kizaru. Now, Kizaru, like, the deck, I like going against decks because I really don't have that many issues with it, but what I do have issues with is dealing with Kizaru's burst skill, which can be very frustrating to do. However, Kizaru doesn't get his burst skill unless he can do damage, because it's all based on the damage that he does. So, I think, should we go again? Actually, that Powerhouse team doesn't look that exciting, to be honest. I think we should be able to deal with this pretty comfortably. So let's go ahead and run the 5 Elder team against that, and then Strength team with a Mars burst skill will pretty much beat most things, I feel. Let's see how we go, because of course we do have, you know, the 5 Elder team is extremely good defensively. I'm not too concerned about it. There's nothing like Pika or anything on this front line on the opposing side. The only thing I am kind of worried about, I guess, is Blackbeard, because he can just do lots of annoying things, and Katakuri Big Mom can potentially halve our defense and stuff and do decent damage, and I think it's either half stats or half defense and half attack. Either way, that can be really, really annoying. And you can see here, look, we're already like nearly got our burst skill charged up, which is just kind of ridiculous. It's kind of ridiculous. So Blackbeard's going to launch his special soon, which is going to reverse our specials anyway, which does kind of suck. At least we do get the special ability of Valkyrie launching, which is kind of good. Or we're also going to get Mars's special. Not Mars, sorry. Peter's special. Okay, so actually looking pretty comfortable right now. And well, that might actually blow. Yeah, okay, we're just going to get rid of Blackbeard off the cuff. Yeah, okay, yeah, this is GG. We will just automatically win. Yeah, we're good. We are absolutely Gucci. So there's no reason to use our burst skill here. I mean, even though it doesn't really take that much to get our burst skill back, it's probably better just to keep it for the next one so that we can get a pretty comfortable win. Yes, sir. And who's left? We've got 2 characters left. Okay, yeah, we win. Because of the force out mechanic. Yes, sir. Okay, yeah, very comfortable win. Of course, Kuzan, he will use his burst skill, but it really won't do anything. So I feel comfortable using Strength here because we can just go ahead and use our burst skill, and that's going to charge our specials by 40%, which is just absurd. So, of course, this is going to be a quick focus team coming up. And despite the fact that, you know, Quick typically have really good matchups against us, I'm not really worried about it at all. The burst skill of Mars will do fixed damage to everyone and then do even more damage to Striker and Powerhouse, which is a lot of the team, I guess. You know, a Hancock, a Kainu. Yeah, you're going to use your burst skill. Yep, whatever. Let's use our burst skill right now, which of course is going to give us 6k and the additional damage, and then the 40% CT, which is just phenomenal. So yeah, we are looking real good right now. So Kuma is going to get his special. Fantastic. Good damage. Okay, use your burst skill. Who cares? And then we got S-Snake coming up too, which is good. Potentially inflicting some confusion. Okay, let's see what we get. Okay, Luffy's hit with the confusion, which I guess is okay. We just need Luffy to come up, really. That's what we're just hoping for right now. Oh, we could get special minded here. Yep, of course. That sucks. Okay, well, it's just delaying the inevitable at this point. Kuma is ready to go again, which is phenomenal. And S-Snake again as well. God damn. And then Luffy got hit with confusion again. More special CT. Yeah, like this is kind of crazy, but the fact that Luffy got hit with oh, he just got out of special bind right as he come up the order there, which is fantastic for us. Alright. And there's just one character left, and we can just go ahead and use our burst skill because why not? Ivankov is not Striker or Powerhouse, so you're only going to get hit with the 6k. And then Kuma will go ahead and finish him off. Okay, fantastic. Really good way to start off the final day of Grand Party with a victory. Very, very easy fight there. Obviously, the best thing to do when you're on like day 4/day 5 is to make things easier for everyone, changing your team up, changing your GP leader at a bare minimum to make things easier on everyone. So there we go. Really, really good start. Let's go ahead and run up to our next match. We got a red ticket, which we will go ahead and do at the end of this video. Okay, let's see what our next matchup is going to be. We have... Okay, we do have someone here who has changed up their GP lead, which is probably what we will do. I don't really want to go against Mars, and then you got like a Slasher focus team. I think it's pretty safe to just go for the versus Pell team here. I'm not 100% certain if this is going to be a randomized team or if it's just, you know, fully built teams with a changed leader. The fact that Pell is in the middle row leads me to believe it's either a Dex or a Powerhouse focus team. So I feel like Strength should be good against it no matter what. And I feel like safest bet to just use the 5 Elders against the top row. That's what we're going to do. Hopefully we get some good luck. Let's see what happens. Hopefully it's just a randomized team. That would be best case scenario. I don't think this is a randomized team. No, this looks pretty well built to me. Okay, this could be a little challenging. So obviously red flags is S-Hawk. S-Hawk can do a ton of damage towards us. And then they've got Blackbeard, of course, we do have to be concerned about. They have Yamato, which Yamato, when she dies, can launch a very powerful hit. This might be one of the rare scenarios where we actually use our burst skill here on match 1, just to ensure victory, I think. Let's do it straight away. It was probably a little bit preemptive, but it doesn't matter because we will get a lot of damage dealt towards these Striker and Powerhouse focus characters here. Yes, that's really good. So yeah, Roger comes in, he's going to launch his special. But yeah, we tank it pretty well, actually. That's good. Okay, yeah, we're pretty much good right now. We don't really need to activate anything. I'm not really too worried about anything on the opposing side at this point. I mean, obviously, the opposing Saturn can special bite, but it doesn't matter, they're dead. Yeah. I mean, Mars is such a good leader this time around because of the fact that the GP lead gets an additional burst and the requirement is reduced as well. It just makes Mars' special so absolutely busted. Yeah, great damage there from Saturn. Okay, so very comfortable victory, and it really wasn't that bad to just go ahead and use the skill there just to ensure we got the victory without, like, having to worry too much. Let's move on. Let's see game number 2 here. So we're going to use our strength team. I'm assuming this is Dex. It is going to be Dex. And it's Kaido, Ace, Lucci, Kizaru. Yeah, pretty typical looking Dex team. This is a good Dex team for sure. All things considered though, no GP lead for my opponent. We should beat this pretty comfortably. We definitely will use a burst skill because we just need one more victory for this matchup, so this will be pretty good for us. And then once we get that, we'll go ahead and launch it. Well, we could just wait. We could wait because all of our specials are pretty much ready to go anyway. Let's see. A snake. Okay. Lucci got hit with the confusion, which is not bad. And then we want Luffy and Kuma to go to the top. Okay, Luffy's at the top. Fantastic. And then after Luffy launches, I will go ahead and use the burst skill. I'll wait till someone comes in off the bench. Oh, hang on. And then Kuma's going to launch as well. Bop. Okay, GG. Alright. And then we'll use the burst skill, which actually hits all of them for the fixed and additional damage through defense. This might just win the game right here. Let's see. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So 1 win away from perfect GP victory. Let's go. Okay, so that's good for us. Now we just need 1 more victory, so hopefully we can find another very easy matchup like that. Let's see what we can find. So what kind of rewards do we get this time? 10 gems. We get us some cotton candy as well. And here we go. Let's find our final GP match. This looks pretty good for us. We got Gecko Moria on the front line versus Pell on the front line. I feel comfortable selecting Moria because I'm more scared of Pell than Moria. So hopefully I don't get shafted, but I feel pretty comfortable, again, just using 5 Elders randomly against an unknown team. It just feels super comfortable to do that. So let's see what it is. So it is just going to be a Dex team. With Halloween Uta on it this time. Interesting. Halloween Uta, I think, is actually like a super underrated unit. I know a lot of people are using Halloween Uta on their Dex teams, but like I think that it is pretty underrated. Like it's a really solid character overall. Like it's obviously not as good as Strength Uta, like in terms of the role they play. But Dex Uta, Halloween Uta is very, very good. I don't think it's really a necessary thing to use our burst skill here, but then again, it will make things a lot faster for us. We have most of our specials anyway, so I don't think we need to do that. And we're going to get Nushiro launched straight away too, which is really good for us. Let's see how much damage he can do. Yeah, pretty solid. Getting a couple knockouts, you love to see it. Kaido just missed on using his special, which was really good for us. So Lucci will launch, but then we have Saturn to follow up. Yeah, no, these guys are going down to Funky Town. Alright, Saturn should absolutely destroy these guys. Yup. And then this guy doing some damage to defense. Yep. Okay, looking pretty good. And then there's 3 left. We have a Peter who can hit 3 targets. This might be the end right here. Oh, no, they actually tank it pretty well. But special reverse, action bind, forcing out. So we just need... Yeah, there we go. And there's the victory. Didn't even take 50 seconds. Awesome. Didn't even use the GP burst. Yeah, pretty comfortable. Alright, and then we have 1 more game to win. Looking pretty good. We're going to go random against our strength team. I don't think anything can really defeat us at this point. So it's going to be like a powerhouse focus team. Which is really not concerning, considering we have our burst skill, which does additional damage to Powerhouse. Though the Powerhouse units on this team are just Blackbeard, Kaido, and Big Mom. You do have the 2 guys on the bench as well, but no reason not to just use our GP burst here. Get some CT, do additional damage towards those Powerhouse units. Fantastic. And then hopefully get a knockout or 2 soon. S-Snake's ready to go. Kuma is ready to go. Oh, he just come up there. Fantastic. Wow, a full wave clear. That's insane, dude. Let's go. Uta coming in with some support. For some reason, Avalo Pizarro decided to go to the top of the order, because why not? Mm-hmm. And hopefully... Okay, Luffy's at the top anyway, so it doesn't matter. And that's going to be GG. You are not surviving this, my friend. Yes, sir. Okay. There we go. So the final day was actually pretty straightforward. Of course, it definitely helps when you're able to locate people that are not using GP leads, because you don't... It's just one less thing to worry about, you know? So there we go. We got the 15 wins. We got all the gemmies. We will do our red ticket in just a second. However, one thing I do want to stress, whenever you finish your grand party for the day, at a bare minimum, go to your setup, change your leader to something else. I'd recommend using it for... Well, on the final day, it's probably better to do it on the front line. But on days like 3, 4, I would do it for like the bottom team, just so people know what the bottom team is. But at this point, because we're done, we can just go ahead and auto edit, and of course I go ahead and select my main man, Mr. Slam Jam Katakuri, because I'm like that. So let's go ahead and just grab a Katakuri, set him as my leader, and that's that. I mean, you can change some characters out if you want to make it a little bit easier, like you can switch out this Luffy for something, because Luffy's very good. But that's that. We'll just leave it as that, and it means that opponents from this point onwards will find this team instead to go against, which is going to be much easier to go ahead and beat. So before we wrap up, let's go ahead and grab our rewards from the mailbox, including a brand new limited pool ticket. So I am missing quite a fair few characters from this limited pool ticket, hoping Figureland Garling, Dex Garp, and then there were some more recent ones that came out as well, but let's see what we get today from our limited pool ticket. Come on. Bruh, come on, dude. I swear, I've pulled so much of this guy. I could probably rainbow him like 3 times or something. Okay, well, it is what it is. Another month down, another Grand Party season completed, but that's going to wrap it up for me, though. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video today. If you did, make sure to go ahead and leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all of the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. On that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.